Hi everyone! Today I'm going to be showing you how to use the game Fruit Lines. Now, before I show that game specifically, I want to remind you that you can download a free demo of it on doremifasoft.com and also explain a little bit about how it's going to act as a bridge to actual reading of sheet music. So here we have another program pulled up. It's called Gentle Piano, and this is the typical representation of sheet music as we know it, only computerized. Now, in order to make it a little more simple, I also want to tell you guys about something that a lot of beginners have a lot of trouble with. Generally, people see this space as something that's not balanced to the space right here, when in actuality, this should only be one line. Likewise, beginners have a problem distinguishing between the lines on sheet music and the spaces. They see the spaces as nothing and see the lines as the most important, just like the spaces between lines of text in a book. Now, what we discovered is that if you actually flip the grand staff, it matches up perfectly with the keys on a piano. This particular game shows you how to apply the note alphabet to the space of the lines on the grand staff. So we're only going to use the arrows and the space bars because what's most important now is for a beginning student to recognize where each note belongs. So as you see, all I'm doing is matching the different notes to their names. However, since I've been doing such a great job, the note names have been taken away. So all I have to go by is the shape of the fruit, as well as what's really important, where it is on this grand staff. And as you see now, the program's not even showing me which fruit is falling down. All I have to go by is where it belongs in these 5 lines that have been flipped. So I've moved to another workstation in order to show you guys all of the different levels of this game. So far I've showed you how the treble clef side works in this game. Now I'm going to show you the transition from the treble clef to the bass clef. This happens a couple of minutes after you've successfully played it through. So let's see how this happens. So as you see, the green trees are gone. We're now at the brown trees. And now, oops, well, the spider got that one. So let's say that we mess up a couple of times. What happens next? Now we've got our visual reminder of which note goes where. Since the student has been playing this a few different times in order to make it to this level, he's already made the association that each fruit belongs in its own basket. Now, since the grand staff does have skinny lines, and we do want our students to learn to read the grand staff as it really is, now we're going to see a transition from the thick lines and spaces to some skinny lines. This way the child is still reminded that the layout of the space is essentially the same. So here's the next stage of the game. After seeing the trees, now the student sees the transition to the regular grand staff as he knows it. Or rather, I'm sorry, the treble clef and then the bass clef. And now we're going to make one of the key transitions in this game. The vertical staff is going to be replaced by a horizontal one. Now, even I have trouble with this because it's very hard to keep in mind that while the notes are organized vertically, the keys on the piano are organized horizontally. Therefore, when we play this game, we still only use the left and right arrow. Especially beginners have a lot of trouble making this connection of the vertical organization of the keys and the horizontal organization of the keyboard itself. That's what makes games like this so important. It helps them to, at a very fundamental level, understand these differences between organization. Now, as you saw, there are quite a few different levels to this game, and that's what makes it especially ideal for basically any age group from the age of 4 on up, no matter what the skill level is. This is the only game in the world that can teach you to apply the space to the actual grand staff itself, while at the same time helping the youngest develop their motor skills and focus. Now, be sure to read all about this on doremifasoft.com, as well as order your copy of Soft Mozart.